Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Afternoon. We finally did it. We finally, yeah, we finally did it. We finally got our show to work. So I hope you're all watching. And I have a very special guest today. We actually met at Women's Avenue to begin with. And yeah, so I saw a show of Carla doing, and I thought to myself, wow, this is kind of something that I've been wanting to say. So we got a hold of each other on the phone and we talked, and we realized that we had so much in common, among other things, but that will come later. So let me just pull up the screen here. And we are going to, first of all, we can show comments over here. Whoops. All righty. So we can see your comments. We want to welcome you to the show. And I can hide this. Oop. Is this going on your end? Uh-oh. You're sideways.
Ah!
Okay, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to our comedy show. Just kidding. Okay. So my guest is Carla Gardiner, and we're just going to do some things here real quick, and we're going to show that. Yep. There we go. I'm trying to learn how to do this, so just hang on, guys. Alrighty, so this show is about women over 50, and we are here with the fiery grandmother. Yeah. And we can see your comments, so if you could just go ahead and comment, if you could share, that would be great. So we can see your comments. We can also post your comments here. So do share. And then you can also watch this at any time. And I did have an introduction of you, but you know what? I'm going to let you go ahead and explain it.
Okay.
Well, I lost all that. Let me see if I can get it in here. All right, so we've got the Simple Glam Transformation, Look Good, Feel Good, Do Good, Choose Lifestyle over the Rocking Chair. Now, do you want to tell us what that's about?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Carla Gardiner. And like Barb's, whoa, there I went crooked. Sorry.
That's okay.
Like Barb said, I'm known as the fiery grandma because I work at home guiding women over 50 to choose lifestyle over the rocking chair. And how that came about is as my life has progressed and I've gone through the various stages of being a working woman, wife, mom, and now grandma, I have gone through, like many of you, I'm sure, different emotions about where I am in life. And my feeling about my self-worth, my feeling as a woman, my feeling of how and what I have to contribute to society, man, it changes like the wind. And I've gone through some deep, dark places where I felt like I was one. What started it all really were the grandkids. I transitioned through the empty nest thing pretty good. But then when the grandkids came along, everything changed. And my life seemed to come into perspective a little more. My health I had been such a workaholic and so focused on work that I forgot about living life and enjoying my kids as they grew up. And so really, I missed I missed that whole phase of my life. So when the grandkids came along, all of a sudden it was like replay in motion. And I'm like, man, I'm not losing this again. And the things that really are important in life started slapping me in the face. I'd let my health get way out of control. I was really sick. So I found these supplements. I sell them, but I don't sell them. But I refer people, whatever. It gave me the fire back. And that's how I got the fiery grandma. My grandkids said, Grandma, you're like on fire again. I could go to the beach and play with them. I wasn't just sitting around being a lump on the couch. Well, then we still needed money, but I didn't want to go get a job. I like being able to do things with the kids when I want to do them. I don't want to be tied down, but yet I didn't know what to do. So I just decided I needed to get out of the rocking chair, quit watching soap operas, and figure something out. So I jumped into the business world of working at home, and I'm the kind of person, not many people are like this, but I'm either all in or all out. There's no halfway. I jump in with both feet, I burn the bridges, and it's forward. And so that's what that's all about. And I've been in these groups lately where a lot of people that I'm surrounding myself with are younger. And there's a lot of things they can learn from us, but there's a lot of things we can learn from them. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a happy medium for us at our age. There's a line in the sand where there are, what is the word I'm looking for? There are mannerisms, there's verbiage that absolutely drive us bonkers, that for some of us, we can't get past it. And so it's like we tolerate it and move on. I think, Barb, you know what I'm talking about. We had this conversation. But the thing is this, what I realized is the rocking chair thing kind of came about here in the past 6 months when I was talking with some network people that I have met here locally, and they're like in their late 30s, early 40s, and they were telling me, which I had no idea, that I inspired them to share me with their moms, because their moms are those women who think their life is over because their kids are grown. The kids now are responsible for the grandkids. Their career is on the downhill side. Life's over. It is not. It is just beginning. And when we pull together as a community of women over 50, we can help each other not only look good, but feel good in so many ways and do good for others. And that gives us our life purpose back as caregivers, as nurturers, as leaders, and as women. That's where it came from.
And that, that's a great analogy. I love that because, I don't want to spend my life sitting around the couch and doing nothing after having, a husband, being the wife, the mother, and then nothing. I mean, it's like, everything is gone. And it's like, you're sitting there going, what do I do now? Everybody's gone. So, and as you said, we were talking on the phone that you have been in direct sales for quite some time. Mm-hmm. Even, back when you were younger, correct?
Yes.
Right.
I actually started, my very first company was in 1977.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a nutritional sales company. I still take the products today. They're that good. But I just couldn't, I wasn't ready
Mm-hmm.
to be a leader yet. I had a journey in front of me. I was
Mm-hmm.
focused on all the wrong things. I wasn't focused on helping other people. I was focused on making me money. And that is so backwards. But when you're in that place financially, it's like you can't see the forest for the trees, sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing. That big looming monster of debt just consumes you. So now, today, it's like, you know what? The debt's still there. So what? Let's go have fun and make money along the way, helping other people to do the same thing. And it's so funny, ironic, I think, that by just tweaking that one thought, that one action and perception and way of guiding other people, it makes all
Mm-hmm.
the difference in the world.
Right, right. And I too, we talked about my history online,
Mm-hmm.
and I started out as a work-at-home mom. My kids were, pretty little. I mean, they were in still grade school, so not even. I think, yeah, both were in grade school. So, I was the work-at-home mom, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it as a divide. I see it as we are just in a different spot now. I see
Yep.
it as I understand that, the young work at home moms who are in these direct sales companies, they flock together because that's where their situation is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the older crowd. So to me, that's where do we fit in? Where is our communication? Where's our flock? Where's our niche? And
Mm-hmm.
that's what, when I found you, I was like, oh my God, she's talking about all the things I've been thinking in my head. And yeah, so that's why I brought you on, because um it is about helping other women now. It's about
Mm-hmm.
um people our age, helping them, get off that couch and make some extra money for themselves, and, feel good about getting up in the morning and not, just sitting there, because our life isn't over. Like
Yep.
you said, it is not over. Um, I don't mind saying how old I am. Um, People know how old I am. So, I mean, but I'm going to get there pretty soon. So, I mean, it's right around the corner for me, the big 6-0.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yep. And I just this year I turned 61, but you know what? I feel better than I did when I was 30. And I think about half of it is up here. It's between my two ears that I made a decision that enough is enough.
mhm,
Um, it's not all about me. My ego needs to go out. I need to
right.
humble myself. I need help. That's what I needed. And I went in search of, rather than trying to do everything as cheap as I could to penny pinch, I
Mhm,
decided to find people who were experts at what they do.
mhm,
I decided to dig deep inside of me, and here's what I discovered. I discovered that network marketing, working at home, building a business where our business is people.
mhm.
Okay. In order to
Absolutely.
do that, we have to constantly be working on ourselves. And I'll tell you from personal experience, um, and people may not want to hear this because I didn't want to hear it for many years. And
Mhm,
so that's why just now at 60, I'm like a racehorse at the gate. I am launching out of that gate. I am not dipping my toe anymore. I am full on, what do they call that movie? Full on metal jacket, man. Let's go. And I did some real, through these exercises that I took through a couple of challenges, I discovered the root of the problem that has always held me back. And that is, I needed to forgive some people for some things that happened when I was a child that developed me into the person I am today, with walls built up for protection. So I had to get rid of that old baggage. And I thought I had done that a long time ago, and I did to a degree, but the roots were still there growing. So I had to pull the roots out of that sucker. And it was so liberating. Then I discovered the number one key thing that has been missing in my life forever. Forever. If you guys go to my blog and read my blog post, I went back and I'm just like, man, you are one sad woman through the whole thing. And there was a common thing that was missing forever. I have never had fun. As a kid, we grew up, I started working in kindergarten in the fields with my grandparents in the vineyard. We never had weekends. We went to school and went to work. And then I went from there to when I could pedal my bike around the neighborhood. My mom's friend sold Avon. So I got a bike route and she paid me part of her commission. Then I rode 15 miles a day to clean hotel rooms. I was always working.
Whoa.
So, and then I wonder why I'm a workaholic.
Yeah. Right.
It's because I honestly don't know any different. And so it's like, okay, well, now I have to learn how to have fun. As crazy as that sounds, but that's why I am forcing myself to be silly, goofy, dumb on these Facebook Lives with those little picture thingies that you do. Yeah. And my grandkids love it. My husband hides his head. And it's like, I don't care. I don't care. And people love it. So that's the kind of journey that brings you an inner peace and a happiness that nothing else can. And that really has nothing to do with business, other than that's how you find your tribe. Is there are people who will relate with your story. They'll relate with my story, or they'll know someone who will, and they'll send us those people.
Right.
But there's a whole lot of ladies just like us that, you know, they want something more. They just don't know where to find it or how to even take the first step.
Exactly. And I see we have two viewers. So go ahead and comment and let us know that you're there. If you're over 50, drop a 50 in the comments if you can. Even after the replay, drop the over 50, or just put 50 if you want. Say hello. We can see your comments. So, just let us, give us a thumbs up or something. We can see your hearts. We can see everything over here. So, getting back to that happiness. I went through that myself. After my kids, pretty much, I had nothing else to do but think about, my childhood as well. And I got very depressed. I mean, I already kind of talked about this, about my why. I went through some really hard times, but now I'm finally getting over the edge. I'm finally just saying, enough of this. I just want to have fun. And I just I don't want to be, I mean, I laugh at myself all the time in lives because I'm always messing up. It doesn't matter, at this point in my life, who cares? I
Nope.
don't care. But, it just like you, and, you have been in this type of industry for a very long time. And I'm just beginning, but I had my own businesses before. So, but the rules still are the same, I mean, as far as, we do typically have our own businesses now with the companies that we're with. Just kind of funny because we didn't know we were in the same company.
No.
I thought
that was
funny.
Pretty funny. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I feel sometimes like a fish out of water myself with this company because, you don't see a lot of us women our age doing this. And that doesn't mean that we can't have fun and we can't, kind of lead the way for women our age and let them know that there's something out there that can always do, that they don't have to sit in their rocking chair like you said, so yeah, I truly believe that we could help other women by letting them know that it's not over and that they can do these things, and help each other, kind of like bond. Because you know what, I looked for groups on Facebook page. I mean, on the search bar for women over 50, women, grandmas. I didn't find anything. Have you ever tried that?
No.
I thought it was odd to me. Out of all the groups, maybe I wasn't searching that. Maybe I didn't put in the right search words, but I tried every different way, and I found nothing. Like, I didn't find any grandma groups. I didn't find any. Yeah, I mean, I found over 40 groups, but I didn't find any women in business over 50. And I was just, searching out to find my tribe, my older tribe, and I couldn't find anything. So I found that very strange, and that said a lot to me. It said that, maybe something needs to happen, that maybe, the older crowd can get together and help each other out, understand all this technology and all that good stuff.
That's a whole other live.
I know. I just completely didn't get what was going on here. I'm like, I just watched how to do this morning, so I don't know why it's not working.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I think. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that it's a huge community, because I know we women like us are out there. We just need to find and help one woman at a time and say, grab a friend, let's do this.
Right.
Because, I mean, face it, we aren't Facebook babies. It's being open and sharing and transparent on a public forum is way not how we were raised. Right. And these kids cut their teeth on cell phones now, so it's nothing to them to just take it and run with it. So sometimes I think you and I have been online for quite some time now. So it's a little more familiar. So maybe being a little more patient and empathetic and teaching people how to use this stuff so they aren't so intimidated or afraid of it might help.
Exactly. Because there are lots of women our age who haven't been on for on the internet or doing, network marketing or their own business. And, there's so many women out there who do terrific work as far as, I don't know, quilting. They make stuff. And hi, I haven't seen you around for a long time. How are you? Thanks for coming. Now drop a 50. Are you over 50? Drop a 50 if you are. This is kind of like a beginning. I'm hoping, if you don't mind, Carla, that something we can continue to do. Doing great?
I think that would be great, Barb. We could ask the viewers for subjects that they want to learn about, talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Lorraine says she is 57.
Awesome.
And she's also been in a DS company for a very long time. How many years have you been in it, Lorraine? Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, and that's what I wanted to do before this got all kind of messed up. So I don't know if we lost viewers because of that. I set it up so nicely with the reminder and all that stuff, and then it just, but that's okay. We're gonna be fine. So you've been doing it, Lorraine, over 5 years, correct? And you're doing pretty good, from what I understand. What's your take on being 57 and being in this journey at this age? If you can answer that. If you don't want to answer it, that's fine. We're just kind of trying to get engagement going here as far as the older generation. Kind of like. So now, okay, Carla, you talked about the master class that you went to and how it opened up your eyes. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of share that a little bit?
Well, what happened, and I'll encapsulate it for you. What happened was a year and a half ago, we moved from my hometown of 58 years, 3 states away, to Idaho. I knew no one. I started this new business and I'm like, oh my word, I don't know anybody. And although I'm outgoing, I'm not one to just walk up to strangers on the street and say, hey, I'm new to the area. I've started a new business. Would you like to buy something? That's not me. Yeah. So this girl that I had met on Facebook through a marketing group like 8 years ago invited me to her event in Boise, which is 30 minutes down the freeway. So I went and I thought, oh my word, I was like a fish out of water. There were millionaires in that room. And I'm like, ugh, I'm a broken down grandma. What am I doing here? So that old self-doubt and worthlessness crept in there. And I had that, that lump in the throat, want to cry, bolt and run feeling that you get.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I felt. I sat in the back of the room. But by the second day, I had met some people that were younger that came to me and introduced themselves to me. And we got to talking, and then I sort of warmed up. It was through that event that one of those girls then invited me to a networking luncheon. Now, it was at this luncheon that after 20 years in network marketing, I discovered what the true meaning of networking is. It is giving and not expecting. It is learning about the other person, what they do, who they are, and keeping an ear open to help them build their business, because in turn, they do the same backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have this network of local women, very successful business women, who send clients my way and I send clients their way. Then through that group, I met the gal who is now my coach, who is teaching me how to do Facebook Live videos with purpose, with a specific message in my own voice to attract those people we're talking about, people who relate to me, my personality, because trust me, I'm not for everybody, you know? And so through this journey with my coach, I have met some of the most incredible women that have now become friends. And I've discovered I am so much happier because I'm enjoying my life as I build my business and skills along the way. And it's not all about the money. And
Right.
it is pure joy to get up every morning and do my next step in building my business. And it's finally fun. It's finally fun. And by listening at our mastermind luncheon once a month, we each have tables. You rotate tables so you're not with the same group of girls each month. And each person has 9 minutes to give a gift to the group, whether it's a quote that you've used during the past week or a book you've read, something like that. Then you introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, what you need from the group. And then the group goes around the table and gives you suggestions to solve the problem you came looking for answers for. And as a matter of fact, one of those answers to a problem I had was for my current business. I wanted to set me apart from every other person. And they gave me an idea that I will be launching tonight on my Facebook Live that is not a sale. It is going to be an educational night live video for the particular industry I'm in. So I'm very excited about it. I'm pulling in my granddaughter to use her as a model. And I'm getting an education because it is so not me. And so I've got to learn it first before I could teach it. And my granddaughter is just ecstatic to be
Awesome.
involved. And I pay her. So I'm teaching her to be an entrepreneur and a
Mhm.
businesswoman. And just like my grandma did me. So it's fun.
Oh wow. What time is that? I really want to watch.
7
7.
mountain time. So it'll be 8 your time.
Oh, awesome. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
Now we got some comments. Lorraine says we're doing great, helping others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I hope we get to do more like these because this is, one our topic that we talked a lot about on the phone, and that is, helping other women, and in our age group, because that's where I would say we're more passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
It's
don't want to exclude anybody, but I'm just saying that. I mean, as far as our mindsets,
mm-hmm.
I think I'm saying, as our mindsets are different, and it's not that we are going to say, oh well, you're not 50, so we can't talk to you, kind of thing. No,
No,
not at all.
no.
It's
Mm-mm.
just that I think um, finding that group and finding the group of women, like you said, to help them. And I think that's what we should do. I mean, if you want to, I think it would be great. I think getting on here and, trying to talk to other women is a good idea. It's a very good
Yes.
idea.
I think we should figure it out, put our brains together, come up with a month's worth of topics, and do it.
Exactly. And anybody who has questions, they can go to, like I said, I had it all in here, but now I can't change the agendas. But I mean, you can search on Facebook to find Carla Gardiner. I will go back and put our links in once we close this out. And, you guys can message us if you want to with your questions or topics that you'd like us to go over. And we would be glad to do it. So I think, I don't know, do you have anything else to put in on this or?
I think I would say this in closing, that remember that life is a journey. It's not a destination. Just because we're a certain age does not define who we are as human beings, as women, or as business people in general. And you also become what you think. You absorb who you surround yourself with. I can't thank these women that I've connected with here enough, because they have nurtured me through, in a safe community, some really tough personal growth stuff. And I felt safe enough to let it go. And that hasn't always been the case. I've always felt judged and, oh my gosh, I can't go there because what are they going to think?
Exactly.
I just feel so loved, and it would be wrong of me to not pay that forward to other women, because it is so liberating. And I have never, and I can say this truthfully, in my 61 years, I have never felt so alive, so full of purpose to get up every day. And I love life. And I can't say that for a lot of the years in my past. And so tomorrow is never guaranteed. Grab hold of the day in front of you and go for it. Go get what you want for your life.
Great. I love it. And this group now, can anybody join or?
What group?
Is this the group that you were talking about previously, or a group that you're in now?
Oh, it's a private challenge. It's a paid challenge.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, as far as we can make a group, my battery's dying.
Okay.
we can make a group, and we can make it private. We can make it invitation only, and
okay.
it can just morph as we get there.
Fly by the seat of our pants.
Yeah,
right?
Whatever the group needs, we can just, life is always ever changing. So.
Okay, sounds great. Yeah. Well, folks, if you, we can get started on that anytime you're ready. That sounds great to me, because I think that is needed big time. And, so once we get that together, maybe, we'll come back on here and let you all know. And, it's just going to be fly by the seat of our pants and find out what everybody needs, I think. What do you think about that? And
yeah. And let's get some people letting us know they're watching the replay. Leave their questions, suggestions. What do you want to learn about? What are areas where you personally may need help? anything, just get
Right.
the conversation going. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And, like Carla said, if you're watching the replay, you can share this out to other people too as well. And anybody you find that may be struggling, wants to get off their couch and, not be sitting in a rocking chair later. And you want to be that fiery grandma too, just drop comments down below and we will check them out. And yeah, I can't wait for this journey to start.
Me too. Me too. Thank you so much for hosting this call. This was awesome.
Yeah, it was very awesome. And thank you for being a trooper and sticking in there because
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But yes, everybody, thank you for watching us. And, thank you, Carla, for coming on. You were a great inspiration to me. I love the fact that, you just want to, just keep going and you're not afraid to move forward. So I thank you for that. And we'll be talking really soon. And you guys, thank you for coming, or thank you for watching, and please share out this wonderful broadcast and drop comments below.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.